G'day everyone, Gooba here with another Torchlight Infinite Overrealm Season video. In this video I just wanted to provide a quick update on my build before I try something new. Still going to be Boom Moto, but I'm interested in trying out Tainted Flesh. Now Tainted Flesh is kind of pricey. That seems to be about 5,000 Flame Elementium for a good one, which honestly at this point in the season's not that bad, honestly. It's pretty reasonable for how strong it seems to be. I did check a few days ago and they were 2k. Now they're 5k, which is my own fault for not, giving it a go when I had the currency to do the swap. Now I have spent all that currency. This is currently profound. I'll show you deep space in a second with my current build. And yeah, we'll go from there. So that is a beacon map. So magic monsters had 400% additional max life. I'll just chuck it on deep space, see what so this is the void chart. It's the same one, which is good. That's in here that you actually see, isn't it? Yeah. So active, it's still the same one, so it's still the right one to go with. I don't have a deep space probe in there, and it's freeze. I'm elemental immune, and I have trauma and wilt immune as well. I'll leave this on, even though this is going to give magic monsters 400% additional life, and we'll see how this goes. I haven't been doing much in the way of deep space because I pretty much just wanted to sort out my defenses first. As you can see, the damage is still pretty reasonable, I would say. I do about 2 trillion damage at the moment. I still have to avoid a lot because I'm not super tanky, and that's the reason that I want to change to Tainted Flesh, because I want to be tankier, so I can just do deep space instead of profound. So I haven't actually done one of these in deep space yet, so this should be interesting. Okay. Not as interesting as I thought, because I'm still going to die constantly to dumb shit like that. What did we get? Drop rarity. I would normally just skip this, and I think I will, because I'm going to die too many times. If it goes to 3, good. If it doesn't, then whatever. This is a pretty good showcase of the damage of the build anyway. I think other builds may require a bit more damage to do deep space, but Boom Moto is pretty solid. So we got to 3 levels, which is nice. Maybe I'll get Eternity and be able to, switch immediately. Those towers are going to one-shot me, no doubt. Yep. That's a lot of damage. Drop shadow. Oh gosh. You're gonna revive? No. Alright, we didn't go to 4 levels, so whatever. So that one's pretty much done. Only got 9 FE out of it. So, oh, deep space beacon, that's nice. Sustain. Ooh. Like I had 2 dashes saved. That could have been ugly. Yeah. Those little puddles are what's been killing me the most in these deep space ones. The lasers, at least you can dash through. I don't know if I'm going to get to the boss at this rate. If I didn't have the 400% magic monsters, it'd be a lot better. Hopefully I don't get a laser spawn on top of me and just waste more So deep space is doable, is what I'm trying to say. However, I'm not very tanky. And there's the boss. So the boss is simple. And yeah, so that's deep space. I'll quickly go through my gear. I have started gearing towards tainted flesh as well. So my gear is pretty decent. I've got a 3 minion helmet, which, wow, they've come down to 2,500. 3k for one that's as good as mine, which is kind of shocking. But I guess Path of Exile's out now, so it is what it is. 5k for a Truth. That's pretty much maintained its price because Truth is not minion specific. I've gone with a Light Hunter belt. It's, you know, pretty cheap, but it's a pretty solid belt. Gives you constant energy recharge and not minus 36% additional damage taken, which is really quite nice. My rings have Armor Pen, Fizz to minions, Energy Shield, and currently 3 resistances. With Tainted Flesh, you only need Erosion Res, so that means I'll be able to switch out 2 of these for something else. So I'll be able to grab a minion crit strike rating on there, and then I'll be able to grab, I don't need command, I probably won't need the erosion res. I could probably go flat minion crit strike rating there, or double damage or something like that. And the reason I'm making this video, I didn't want to change everything, because there's affixes on gear that's going to change between this build and the Tainted Flesh build. Weapons, just wands. I know a lot of people have gone two-handers with isomorphic arms. I believe Tainted Flesh, I should change my main hand to a hammer and do similar, but we'll see how the damage goes. Armor Pen with minion skill, max life, minion damage could probably change for stats. So 90 int or strength is probably better than minion damage. It's almost guaranteed to be better, to be honest. Chance minions to deal double damage. I've got 100%, so I don't need both on both weapons. Minion attack speed and physical damage to minions. This one, I like infiltration. That's kind of cool. And this one's got stats instead of minion damage. Other ring, this one's pretty good to go. It's got minion crit strike rating, minion max life, and erosion res in the suffixes instead of 3 resistances. And, well, the base on this one's nicer than the base on this one, but it is what it is. That's what I could afford at the time. These become pretty much pointless with Tainted Flesh because you don't need armor, because 100% of physical damage taken is converted to erosion damage. So budget wise, I may stick with these for now. Otherwise, I'll just buy some energy shield, movement speed boots and go for that. These provide a fair bit of movement speed because I've got 21% base affix, then I've got 25% blurry steps and 49% tier 0 there as well. So really, really nice boots for getting around. Gloves, rolling 2 minions on this was an absolute pain in the ass. That's why I'm not going tier 0, because I would just have to truth the crap out of this to get it back down to 2. And some resistances, again, lightning and cold res will change when I switch over. I'll probably go with minion skill area and attack and cast speed because nothing else benefits me at all, which is interesting. And the chest, max LE res, again, that's not going to do anything for me, so I'm going to have to get a different base affix, but the rest of it's really nice. So either I pay 2k and put this craft on something else, or I just ignore it and treat it like a nice tier 0 chest. So that is all of the gear. Looking through the talents, points there. Machinist, this is where I have an inverse image. It's quite a nice one. They're all positive, so they all give something. I think this has to be 50% to give anything to legendary medium effects. But the others boost the command and stuff in here quite nicely. Shadow Dancer, I have a worthless one here. It only gives 4 command per second on legendary mediums, so that gives me 8 command total. So yeah, that actually doesn't work with minions, so that's pretty pointless. Into Lich, just some points for sealed mana compensation and off the beaten track. My slates are probably going to change. I'll probably steer away from this one because in here originally I was replicating the command, but now with that inverse image I don't really need to replicate as much command, so I don't have any on these. Well, I've got 2 on the up here, so that's 2. I don't have any there, and I've only got 4 there as well, so that's 6 command getting replicated, so that's 12 command. But the rest of these stats are kind of minor, and I'll be, again, this one's good because it's additional damage, minion skill level, minion max life, so that one's good to go. But the other one that I have, which is convert 6% physical damage taken to a random element, physical and elemental is converted to erosion, so that's going to be a dead stat as well. So I'll have to change my slates quite a bit. That's why I'm just farming up currency right now in order to switch over to Tainted Flesh and just see how it goes. Skills that I'm using, Machine Guard with Dead Silence and Magnificent. I did try a bunch of different supports instead of Steamroll, but Steamroll's just the best. For start, we're on activation, medium energy shield. Blink with those for faster blinks. Rising Edge with activation medium elite. I don't really need this buff on rares and bosses. So it's got additional cooldown recovery speed there as well. So that drops this cooldown from 10 seconds to a lot less. We've got 28% there. And extended duration. So if a boss is around, this is up 100% of the time, which is quite nice. So you could just go for a preparation there. However, preparation doesn't have 23% cooldown recovery speed on it as well. Timid with elite. Again, you don't really need this on anything other than elites and bosses. Then we just have Precise Weapon Amp, Fearless, Energy Fortress, and Radical Order. I would like the plus aura effect supports, but they're like 5k each. So that's gear, talents, skills, hero memories is last up. I keep getting asked how you automate this. You just put a preparation in here, and then this skill makes your minions trigger every 0.12 seconds, and they go off and explode. If it feels sluggish, you don't have enough attack and movements, attack and cast speed for minions. That's their trigger explosion, their explosion rate, I guess you could say. Minion cast speed, minion damage, that's actually a pretty horrible one, but it has got decent secondaries. Hero trait level is the main one on this. Minion cast speed's nice, crit. And this one, +2 hero trait level, is also nice to lower the activation rate. Obviously, a ultimate would be better, but ultimate movement speed with hero trait levels are insane. And yeah, so that is the build at the moment. The damage should be around about 2 trillion. 2.5 maybe? Yeah, okay, 2.5 trillion. I do have a shield that I have crafted up for Tainted Flesh. Remove. It drops my damage quite a bit. because, well, I just took off a weapon basically. But it's still a respectable 1.5 trillion, which is pretty decent, 1.4. And this is purely tainted flesh. I just happened to hit those two ultimate affixes. I would rather Bane skill level or active skill level or whatever, because that's your first slot over probably elemental and erosion pen. But the rest of those are quite nice. There's not many options for suffixes, that's why I've got those three. But yeah, I do need the dream affix there for +5 erosion res, max erosion res, but we'll get there after I've farmed up some more currency. But anyway, that's all I've got for this one. 2.5 trillion damage update, and I'll see you next time. Cheers.